quick little charting lesson on XPEV. It's obviously been running, and I've had this charted for a while. I don't even know when I had this charted from, but this is the level I had on it. I only had the Fibonacci retracement. So I'm gonna clear it and chart this over. What am I doing? I'm gonna do my fib level from this high down to this low, 74.49 down to 618. Seems like we're already on a run, so I guess I'll be charting levels we can possibly reject from. Let me see, what's this? 10-year daily. All right. Let me see. So I'm gonna do some supports real quick. Trying to catch this low down here. It's not letting me. Sorry. So I got that low. See something? Okay. So this is annoying. So I like this resistance. As you can see, it was support here, and a resistance here in the zone. I'm bugging. So these are the only two supports that I have. Obviously, we want to run right now. So now I'll be drawing out the next resistance areas for this stock. I like this. I like this resistance right here. It lines up as a support here. In these zones, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. So I like that as the next resistance. As you can see, broken, tried to hold above right here on the same level that I made. You can probably also do the obvious resistance here. As you can see, they broke and held above this rejection right here, so I could leave this one also. So next resistance I have is, let me see. I like this. I like this right here. This support lines up with this zone support. And if you've been paying attention to my other videos, it rejected this same area right here. If you've been paying attention to my other videos, you can see that although I made a Fibonacci retracement, I try to find a mid support resistance in between each fib line. And because this one is this space is a little bit bigger than these spaces, I looked for two in this area instead of just one. So in this way, the support here is 22.3. The next level is $4 away, and 27.16. The next level is $5 away. You understand? Give it some room. Let me look for the next resistance. Let me see. I like this 44.20. As you can see, look how we're rejecting and struggling to break and hold above at these zones right here, and we're using it as support here, resistance here, support here, support here. So 44.20 is my next resistance. Let me zoom out a little bit. 44.20. See my next area. Let's see. 51.27. I like 51.27 because let me show you. This looks good. Rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, here, and rejection in this zone right here. Let's see. So again, the space is huge. I'm gonna look for another resistance in this area. 54.76. I like this right here also. We're rejected right here, rejected right here. Can't break and hold above here. Reactions in this zone right here also. Let's see. So now let's move on. 63.35. We have nothing up here. 63.35. Nothing up here yet, obviously. And we have 68.42. Yeah. So obviously we're already on a run. Obviously it looked like, let me see. It looked like we were in a wedge and it broke out of the wedge. Looked like we were in a wedge. It broke out of the wedge to the upside, so it's already breaking out. On the daily, yes, it's overextended. The 9 EMA is down here. We might need to hold and consolidate at this 27.16 level for another move up, or it can pull back and revisit somewhere near this 9 EMA on the daily. You could even have a support, right? Or make this a support that lines up with 1 and 2 as a support that it needs to hold in between this zone for a bull flag up. But obviously on the daily, you can see we're very extended from this 9 EMA. If you know anything about the 9 EMA, every time we're extended like this, we come back down to revisit the 9 EMA, which is my green line. We extended up here. Wow. We extended up here, came back down to revisit the 9 EMA, extended up here, came back down to revisit the 9 EMA, obviously extended up here, came back, I'm bugging, came back to revisit the 9 EMA, and like right here, this is what you would want to see. We extended, came back, held, and we ran back up again. Sometimes we might slip and continue another trend, like we came, revisited, double bottom right here with the body of the candle. We tried to break out, couldn't break out of the wedge, came down and we broke under the 9 and 21 EMA. Death cross right here, consolidated, came back above, not finally broke through the wedge. But yeah, so I would want it to, if it does pull back, to hold, consolidate, and break out of this for continuation. But as of right now, as you can see, we definitely are extended from the 9 EMA. We was extended here. We came back down to revisit it. We rode near it in this area, extended, and came back down to revisit it. So there can be a possible pullback. As far as the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame was also in a wedge. If you look right here, there was a wedge right there. Boom. It struggled and it broke out. So I think I could probably find another resistance in this zone. Look like it's 27 to, look like I could find another resistance in that zone. Let me see. Before I move on from this, let me see. Okay. So I could do this 29.8. We reacted in this area right here. See some good reactions in this zone right here. Good reactions in this zone. So I'd keep an eye on 29.8. 29.8. Seems like we got good reactions in that zone. Let me see something real quick before I close this. Make this white just so I could remember what level this is. Yeah, this is a good support right here too. Look how we're respecting it right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep this level also. This is a good support. I like this. This is definitely a good level of support. I like the reaction right here. Look how far back I made it. I made it right here, I believe. Was it right there? No, I made it. Yeah. I made this from this zone right here. I made it from that zone right there. So sometimes I'll just randomly see stuff even after I feel like I'm done, and I'm not really done. Like, let me see this right here, right? I'm gonna make this white and just scroll along to see what happens. See? So I made this resistance right here. We're getting good touches right here in this zone. Then when we get to right here, we're rejecting support now. So I'll keep this one also. Let's see. See, I don't like this zone. I kind of don't want to force anything in this area. Kind of don't want to force anything. Don't want to force anything in this area, so let me see. Let me see something. I'm gonna add 38. That's a good psychological number too. I'm gonna add 38 and see how we react in this zone. But I'm not as confident as this level, like every other level that I just added. So I'll leave this one white. And it's a psychological number too. So that's another good thing. But all of the other ones, I'm fairly confident in them. Obviously, the move is already happening. Obviously, it's already breaking out. These level of supports are good buying opportunities. As far as this moving already, I'm definitely not telling you to buy. This definitely looked like the move is already being made. Yeah, that's it.